Hey, Grand Rising, everybody. Thank you for jumping on. I appreciate it. This is the Blank Spot. We are a sublimation blanks and supply warehouse located just outside of Columbia, South Carolina. And we're here today to introduce to you, to some, um, our new Chenille Patches and talk about and discuss some of our other transfer processes that we have as it pertains to making apparel for ready to ship apparel. So, ready to ship transfers. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started. What I ask of you all is a couple of things. Keep it kind, keep it friendly, keep it professional, keep it above board. But if you have any questions about what we're doing, feel free to ask. I am definitely going to keep on coming back, checking the comments to see if you have any questions and are responding to any comments. Okay. Somerville, okay, that's what's up. Checking any comments and responding to as many as I can. So if I happen to miss your comment, Huntington, West Virginia, thank you. If I happen to miss your comment, it's not on purpose. I promise you. It's just I missed it. So I'm human. So I don't have a moderator. And I don't think we need one this morning. I think we're going to be okay. So once again, we are broadcasting to 4 different platforms: our Instagram, our TikTok, our Facebook, and our YouTube, all of which you can find us at the Blanks Spot. Okay. At the Blank Spot, Detroit, Michigan. So once again, I'm going to say Grand Rising to you, and you're going to respond back with dropping your city and state. That way we know who we're talking to and where we're coming, where you're coming from and how many people in different areas we're attracting. The other thing I like to do is I like to establish some things. I know that we attract a lot of people who are new, to creating things. Okay. A lot of people who are new. Hey, Ann, how are you? We attract a lot of people who are new to creating things, and we also attract a lot of side hustlers and some business owners. Okay. So that being said, if you are new, if you are brand new to making t-shirts, to crafting, if you're brand new, I mean, I'm talking about let's say you've been doing it for less than 12 months, 6 to 12 months, okay? Type of number 1 in the comments. If you're just getting started, you've been doing this for less than 6 months, 12 months, drop a number 1 in the comments, okay? Grand Rising, Pandora, thanks for jumping on. I'm great. I'm great. I'm better than amazing. Thank you. How are you? All my new people, 12 months or less, I'll get it together. 12 months or less, okay? This is what I have for the people who are new. Do your research. Do your research. You can be easily persuaded by a lot of the videos that you see, a lot of the content that you see, a lot of the people who are sharing information. So definitely do your research and, be careful what you decide to purchase before you purchase it, because there's a lot of information out there, okay? To all the number twos are people who are doing this. You have a 9 to 5, you're doing it on the side. You really haven't recognized it as a business yet, but you're doing it and you're making some money on the side. You're doing it as a side hustle. Where's my number twos at? Any number twos out there? I'm doing it, making a little money here and there. I like it, but I still got a full-time gig. And, any number twos out there? You've been doing it for a little while. No number twos? Okay, number threes. Got a number 2. Number threes, I'm a full-fledged business owner. I may have a 9 to 5. I may have a full-time job, but I'm a full-fledged business owner. Drop on number 3. I do this. I make money. I'm serious about this. I'm serious about building my brand, sharing my business. Where's my number 3s at? Because those are the 3 types of customers that we have on our platforms. Now, the last customer is the looky-loo. It's okay. We like looky-loos too, but we cannot have the looky-loos create issues. Maria, how you doing? We cannot have looky-loos create issues. So if you happen to see someone who may be in the comments kind of like a looky-loo, hey, Quanda, thanks for jumping on. I get easily distracted, y'all. So I'm going to answer the questions, and I may even read some stuff out loud. But if you see me, if you're able to check it out and catch it before me, hey, just ignore the comment, Eric. That's all you got to do, all right? So there's several different transfer processes, several different. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. Can I be honest with y'all? Can I be very transparent? I am not a crafter, okay? I'm not a crafter. I am a business owner, and I say this a lot. I've had to learn the policies, the products, and the procedures of how we do business here at the Blank Spot. And my wife has done a great job teaching me how to operate the equipment, how to press the transfers, and all those things. Okay, so I'm not a crafter, but I am pretty crafty. So I say that because I'm still learning. But business is business. And as a business owner, it's my responsibility, it's our responsibility to bring you high quality products and services. That's our responsibility. Now, we are a retail company. Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on. I'm still responding to people. 10 years, but so oversaturated, had to start doing something else. I don't believe that. I'm going to address that in a minute, okay? That's your opinion, and I appreciate you sharing your opinion. But I don't believe this industry is oversaturated. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry. Maybe, and not to tell you how to think, but maybe it's just rebranding, or pivoting, and doing something else as far as finding another niche. Okay. Yeah, my wife's the boss. I'm cool with that. I don't have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm good. I follow instructions well. But our responsibility to bring you some great quality products. Now, there's several different transfer processes out there. I'm not going to name them all because I don't know them all by memory. Okay. But what I am going to do is I'm going to share some of the processes with you that we have inside of our warehouse. All right. So we're going to start off with the thing that we love. And I'm telling you, I'm not a crafter, but my wife has gotten me together, and I've grown to love sublimation. Sublimation. All right. This is an ink transfer process. It's an ink dye that takes place when the ink is printed on to sublimation paper through a liquid state, and then it's processed through the heat press as a gas state, and it goes on polyester fabrics. Okay, the higher the polyester count, the more vibrant it's going to be. So this is a sublimation transfer. The next one that we kind of got involved in before we really knew what it was. And I got to be honest with you guys, I'm being transparent. We didn't do a lot of research. It was more or less, we ran into some information. We met some people, and we started getting into this. This is DTF, okay? This is a direct-to-film transfer. A direct-to-film transfer has 4 different inks, okay? Has 4 different inks plus the white ink, which makes it 5 inks. The process is real. It's basically a simple process. There's a lot of people who have gotten into DTF, direct to film. It's on a clear-ish type film. The powder and the powder and the white ink are formed together to make a cohesive. When you press this onto a blank, it actually is going to heat up and adhere, and it's going to stick. So it serves as some type of adhesive. Shalom, how are you? Thanks for jumping on, Tamir. Thanks for jumping on. So now, this is a DTF transfer. We have access to some of these as well. That's your second transfer process. Something that we've gotten into, I want to say about 3.5, maybe 4 months ago, and it's really taken off for us. And it is the screen print transfers. Screen print transfers. Some of you guys are familiar with the screen print transfers. It's been around a long time, okay? It's been around a long time. Just like sublimation. A lot of people don't know sublimation has been around for a very long time, okay? You go back and look at the scientific portion of sublimation. It's been around for a long time. But this is screen print transfer. This is a plastisol ink. Hey, Ernie, how are you? Very cost effective when you're doing multiple shirts. Very cost effective. And this has a piece of paper, okay? So basically what happens is from what I saw, they use the screen press screens, and they print this onto the paper, and then they run this sucker through an oven so it can cure, okay? But this is really simple to use. This is very easy, and we got into these, and this is kind of like allowed us to pivot our business and get us back on track, because I'm gonna tell y'all something. We lost a lot of business. We lost a lot of business to this guy right here because people wanted full color and they wanted to do it on darker shirts, and you just can't do that with sublimation. So the next one that we kind of started to dive into This is also screen print. I know. It's on a clear film, like DTF, isn't it? This is also screen print. This is a full color screen print transfer. And I'm going to hold this DTF transfer up to it, beside it, so you guys can see. The Fall Sweet Fall is DTF, and the Mama is a full color screen print. Full color screen prints, as I have done we've done our research, these full color screen prints are a lot less expensive, a lot more affordable, cost effective than the DTF. Now, it depends on where you're buying them from. You can't tell the difference. I'm gonna show you how you can tell the difference. Depends on where you're buying them from, and it depends on the quality. Can you get DTFs for less expensive? Absolutely. Is the quality gonna be great? Probably not. Y'all heard you get what you pay for, right? Well, I'm gonna show you this. So the person on here, Platinum, says I can't tell the difference. I'm gonna show you. You see how that, and I'm showing Instagram right now. You see how the powder and the white ink, when it cured, it is shiny. When cured, it's shiny. Y'all see that? That's your DTF. It doesn't have a flat or a matte look. Now, this has a matte look. Can you see now? This is your screen print. And I didn't know before either. The screen print has white on the back, but it's matte. Okay? And you also, because of the powder and the ink meshing together, you're gonna see the little lumps on it, right? The little grooves on it. So I hope that helps. Now, imagine you've probably been doing apparel and shirts, Platinum, longer than I've been doing it. But imagine getting all these different transfers in here and then having to figure it out. Having to understand and know how to advertise and share and market these transfers to you before we get online. Okay? So you're a number 3, Ann? I got you. So imagine that. Imagine you've been doing it way longer than me, a lot of y'all, but having to actually just, figure this thing out before we get online and share it with you. Everything that we've done in here, we've pressed before we've actually brought it to market. Now, a lot of the items we haven't washed several times, but we have pressed them, okay? That's got to put that out. The last transfer, and I got beat up about this, y'all. I got beat up about this because I pronounced it incorrectly because of my country twang. I don't know if you guys can pick up on it, but I'm originally from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I'm from the South, right? I'm almost as South as it gets, other than Florida. And I don't see people talking like this in Florida, but I'm country, right? I'm country. Now I know how to switch it, but I pronounced this patch initially. I pronounced it in one of the videos as Chenille. And I had a young lady on TikTok. She wrote it out and she said, it's Chenille, not Chanel. But she didn't say that, right? She just said she spelled it out. And I asked her, I said, are you correcting the pronunciation? And she said yes. So I heard someone else say Chanel. And if you listen to my accent, you'll hear me real close. Chenille. So now I have to be very careful how I pronounce these things. These are Chenille patches. Okay? And they are very vibrant. This is a yarn. Okay? This is a yarn. And it has adhesive on the back. That is how it sticks. When it's pressed, it has adhesive on the back. Okay? So somebody wants to know what the live is about. The live is about me showing you some of our newest transfers. But before I get all into that, I wanted to talk to you about the different types of transfers that we have in here. So some of our newest transfers, we got some holiday transfers in for screen print, and we got some holiday transfers in for sublimation. But we also have these Chenille patches, and I call them heat transfer patches. That's how country I am, okay? I put it on the heat press. It's a patch, and when I press it, it transfers to the shirt, but it doesn't peel off. So, some of our newest patches, you've seen some of these you have not. So some of the newest patches we have is the Jesus patch, the Jesus Chenille patch that's available on our website right now. Okay. The website is theblankspot.com. And I guess I should have my little metal sign here somewhere, but I don't have it. So let me find it. My apologies in advance. This is how you guys can shop with us if you decide that you want to shop with us. I wanted to give you a little bit of value before I started sharing with you what we had, okay? And a little background of the patches. But this is our Jesus patch. This is our Mama. Now, this is available in black and pink. These are some of the newest patches that we have. And then you guys have not seen this one, the peppermint patch, the candy cane patch, right? These are really cool patches. And you're going to see me press one. I got the heat press on right now. You're going to see me press one for my wife because she said, hey, I want a crew neck. So I said, yeah, I guess that's my cue to go ahead and pull the press out. So it's not too late. There's lots of people who are going to still wear these, but this is the game day patch. We wanted to try this one out. And you see the sparkles on it. These are sequin. These are sequin flakes on here. I guess you want to call it sequin. Okay. They don't peel up. They stay in place. Game day. This is the new one. Ho, ho, ho. With the sequin on the H's. I like this one. It's pretty cool. Newer patches, guys. We got the newest patches that are in right now. A lot of these you've already seen. Some of these you already seen. We only had 5 patches initially, but we have more now. You got the Merry Christmas with the cookie. How about that one? I like this one. The Merry Christmas with the cookie. How much are they, ma'am? Please feel free to go to the website because the patches are going to be different prices because we have some small patches in the back that I didn't show, but they're going to be different prices. Okay. So go to the website, theblankspot.com, or you can actually look at the link in the description. You can see how to shop with us. Okay. But thanks for asking. I appreciate it. And then the last newest Chenille patch that we have, Santa Baby. We got Santa Baby. So we do not have NFL patches for the NFL teams. The closest thing that you can get with that is going to be game day. And I'm going to go into a little bit of detail of why we decided not to purchase NFL patches for the teams. Because we don't want to hold on to them. It sounds good and it briefs well, but you get some people saying, hey, I would love to get this team. I'd love to get that team. And it's not going to be cost effective for us. Okay. Remember, guys, we still want to be in business next week. So we got to be careful what we purchase. So we have to purchase trendy type things. So that's why that would look good on brown or tan crew neck. I'm glad you said that because I got a tan crew neck right here. I got a tan crew neck right here. So that'd be cool. You gave me a great idea. We're going to put that on the tan crew neck, okay? You cool with that? Any giveaway for the audience? No. This is not a TikTok shop live, okay? We don't do TikTok shop. If you want any giveaways, you can go to our website or you can actually go to the link in the description on TikTok. If you want some free sublimation samples, we have those to give away. If you want to get 10% off your first order, all you have to do is go to our website, join our email marketing, and then you'll get a coupon code emailed to you to get 10% off. Okay. But thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Yeah. So Yeah, we're gonna do that as well. So my wife wanted me to do her a Santa patch, and we got this one I didn't show y'all. I didn't show y'all this one. This is also a new one. Okay, this is also a new one. So I like all the shiny things. What's that called to get the Santa baby? I'm sorry, I don't understand your question. The Chenille patch. They're all available on our website, ladies and gentlemen. They're all available on our website, theblankspot.com. Okay? The Chenille patch, yeah. So, we're going to press something. I don't know how well y'all can see. You're welcome. Thanks for asking. I don't know how well you guys can see, but we're going to press something. Now, this probably would go great on a tan as well, but my wife said she wanted to do it on a green. So, we got this forest green that we're going to be doing for her. Okay? We got a forest green. And I told her, I started telling my wife, I said, you know what? I'm not going to do a traditional positioning. I'm going to put it like on the side. And I could just see her face like, because my wife is like a by the numbers in the box type person. You know what I'm saying? She said, yeah, green or white. Absolutely. My wife don't do well with white though. She don't do well with white, y'all. She doesn't do like a lot of people. Excuse me. She doesn't do well with white. You love the Santa? Okay, cool beans. Like I said, guys, they're available on our website at theblankspot.com. So, all of these patches, when you order them, every time you order, I don't care how many times you've ordered it, if I see your name come again, I'm going to send you some instructions, some pressing instructions, directions, okay? Because you may have lost yours, you may not get the idea, or you may want to gift it to somebody. I don't know. But we're going to be giving you pressing instructions with every order, all right? No, so I'm actually on an iPad right here on TikTok. I'm on my phone on Instagram, and I'm on my computer through StreamYard on Facebook and YouTube. So that's what I'm doing. So yeah, but I am on 3 different platforms. So yeah, that's a pretty good question. I wish that there was a way to put everything on one, but and there is through a computer, but I'm not gonna buy the codecs and all that stuff, you know. Yeah, that's what I thought, Ann. That's what I thought. But you know, so yeah, I was corrected. I was, you know, I'm not above approach. I'm not above correction. So it's Chenille. That's what, and I had to go to. I'm gonna do a video about it, y'all, because I love, you know, doing these little cute, funny videos. I think they're funny. But anyway, let me get with the pressing. But I actually looked it up. I Googled it and I said, what's the pronunciation? You know how to have the little voice and it tells you how to pronounce it? That's how I knew I was saying it wrong. So it's a lot of other people out there saying it wrong either, but I'm not going to be the pronunciation police and go around and tell people that they're pronouncing it wrong. So anyway, let's get this thing cracking. So we got our trusty 15 by 15. And guys, just understand, we do have larger heat presses out here, but the reason why I do this on the 15 by 15 because there's a lot of people who are just getting started and they don't have the funding to buy a larger press. So most people get started with a 15 by 15, right? All right. Okay. So if you have a bigger press, of course, take advantage of it. But while we do these instructional tutorials and demos, we're going to do it on our 15 by 15. Now, I'm going to step to the side so you guys can see. I want to make sure everybody has an opportunity to see. But the first thing I did was I set my temperature. My temperature is set at 374. I also set my time. You can press it between 15 to 20 seconds. I always go for the higher time. Okay. I always go for the higher time, which is 20 seconds. And you got the same one in purple. Yeah, we sell these. We got them in pink and teal because those are our colors, blank spot colors. So that's what I'm going to be doing. The colors of the game day patch is just one color. It is black. I know the light's in the way. It's black and it's a brown football. It's black and it's a brown football. And then it's got silver. It's got silver in there. Okay. So the first thing I did was I set my temperature. I got my time together. And I'm going to have to check my pressure as well. Okay. Going to have to check my pressure. So the instructions say to press this with a firm pressure. Okay. With firm pressure. I don't need this. I had that on the bottom because I wanted to protect my white substrates. But here we go. I'm just going to check the pressure right now. So there's nothing for you guys to see right now. I'm just checking the pressure. And it's not enough pressure. So it calls for firm pressure. I like that. Okay. So it calls for firm pressure. All right. So I got the firm pressure on there. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to how do you check the pressure? That's a good question. When I'm doing it manually, if it seems hard to lock in, then I know I have firm pressure. Now for you, I don't know how strong you are. You may be stronger than me, but if it's too hard to lock down, you got to put too much on it. Of course, you want to, come off of it a little bit. Now, a lot of people who have the automatic presses, you got to be careful because it goes by PSI, I think. I'm not sure. I think it goes by PSI and it goes down and locks in. You may have to do it for a little bit longer. Okay. The bow with the stripes would look great on the green too. It absolutely would. I think she has one with the stripes, but she wanted this Santa, so happy wife. So now what I need to do is I need to put this under here, and I'm going to get the moisture out. Okay, so I'm going to pre-press this to get the moisture out. Why do we pre-press to get the moisture out? Because if the fabrics, we can't feel it. It's not like we're taking it and we're wringing it dry. But these fabrics, they've been sitting on a shelf, they've been on a hanger, whatever the case may be, and they have moisture in them. And if you have moisture in your fabric, then your transfer may not adhere properly. So it's always the best idea to get the moisture out. Grand Rising, thanks for jumping on out of Detroit. So I also, because I may take this off again, but I also, and I'll show you, I use the straight part to make sure everything is even, okay? So I'm going to put this down for about 3 to 5 seconds. That's just to get the moisture out. All right? So now comes the fun part. I want to make sure that this transfer is on my fabric evenly and straight. Now, y'all know it ain't going to be perfect, right? Y'all know it ain't going to be perfect, right? Help me out. It's not going to be perfect, but we want to get it as straight and as even as possible. You feel me? So here I go. There's 2 ways to do this. I can use my trusty t-shirt measuring tool. Do y'all have this? Yes or no? Does everybody have one of these? Y for yes, N for no. It talks about the positioning. It has it talks about the logo. Well, center, right, left, logo. Yeah. Y'all got one of these? Great tool. But if you don't have one, no worries. If you don't have one, no worries. This works for sweatshirts, hoodies, crew necks is a sweatshirt, and t-shirts. I'm folding it in half. Once I fold it in half, I want to try to line the seams up. I want to get the half here. I want to get this part right here. I want to get this in half. Okay? And I'll take it and I'll place it back under here. And I'll give it a quick press. I don't have to lock it in. I just want to give it a crease. That's going to give me the opportunity to kind of line this thing up. Some of you guys have seen my videos before. You've seen me do this. A lot of people think that the tag is the center. It is not. Hey, Lamars, how you doing? The tag is not the center. These fabrics have been machined, so they're not going to be perfect, okay? So take it back on here. And I'll place it back on my press. I always do this upside down. I used to do it with the neck part towards the front, but I got tired of burning myself. That was before we had the before we had our bigger press, which is a swing away. Okay. So now, once again, I'm using the front of the press to make sure it's even. Okay? Now, another thing that you can do, whether it's with this transfer, or whether it's with another transfer, you can take this and you can fold it in half. Just put a little pinch in there. Just a little pinch. That's going to help you out, okay? And that's going to help me to keep it centered. Now, I'm going to drop this lower than the original 3 to 4 fingers because it's a small patch. And I want to kind of be a little bit further down. Plus, if you're doing this for a woman, you got to take into consideration her area here, okay? So you want to make sure that if it's a busty person or if it's a person that's a larger shirt, you may want to drop it some, okay? But I'm going to do approximately 5 fingers and drop this down. So I got my hand like this. This is what I decided to do, okay? You can position this in any way that you want to do it. And I always hold my flaps out to see, stand in front and see if it is in fact centered. And that's it, man. So before I press, I'm bad for this. Before I press, you definitely want to take a piece of butcher paper or parchment paper and place it over your chenille patch. That's going to protect the patch. Remember, there's a lot of heat coming in. Remember, this is 374 degrees. People bake chicken at 374 degrees. So imagine you putting that pressure on that cotton shirt and on this, not the cotton shirt so much because it can handle that heat for a short amount of time, but you're putting it on that patch and then everything falling apart because it's glued anyway, right? So I got my protection on here. I'm going to go ahead and press this. I got it set at 374. That's set at 374 for 20 seconds. Now, this is not a tear away or a peel away. So the only thing I'm taking off when I'm done is the butcher paper. That's it. Now, I know this instructional took a long time, but it don't take a long time to press. Now, this is still hot, and it's not ready yet. It's still hot. The last step is to turn this inside out. So we turn this inside out, and we're going to press it again on the opposite side, making sure that your patch is facing the heat press, okay? Making sure your patch is facing the heat press. Now, I don't need to cover it up again. I'm gonna hit it for another 20 seconds. Questions or comments? Let me see. In the basement. Are these patches your custom designs, and where did you get them from? These are not our custom designs, and we order them from our vendor. We are a supplier. You can actually order these patches on theblankspot.com. Thank you for asking. Butcher paper. Yep. Good info because I'd cover it again. I was scared of heat. So yeah, you got the fabric touching it now, so it's not necessary. But remember, the reason why you're pressing it again is so you can make sure that it adheres. Now it's going to dry, okay? The glue is going to dry as the fabric cools down. The glue is going to dry as the fabric cools down, okay? Once it has been nice and cooled down, you should be good. Now, the next thing you got to be concerned about, how many of you are you doing this for yourself or are you selling it? So I want you to type an M for me or an S for selling. M for me, S for selling. Great explanation. Appreciate it. Can you use parchment paper? Yes, ma'am. You can use parchment paper. There's nothing, but either or is good. So if you're selling this product, you want to make sure, and it's just my recommendation, that you check around the edges after it has dried. You also want to make sure that the customers that you're selling these items to understand how to care for them. That's one of the biggest issues with any transfer process. Most people don't know how to care for these products. And I'm going to get into that right now because that's what I want to talk about. So, sidebar. If you're just jumping on, we have, I want to say it's like 15 different patches now, y'all. 15 different patches that are available on our website. So if you're looking for Chenille Patches, you can actually go check out our website. It is theblankspot.com. And you can go ahead and purchase your patches today. We got small ones and big ones. So how do you care for it? That's a great question. You want to turn it inside out, just like you saw me press it inside out. You want to wash it in cold, and you want to do it with a gentle or a mild detergent. I would even recommend that you let it hang dry because, once again, you want it to last a little bit longer, okay? I wouldn't put them in the dryer, but if you decide to, Warrior, you're absolutely right. But if you decide to put them in the dryer, I would definitely do like a low tumble dry, and I wouldn't do it for the whole term, but I wouldn't recommend you put them in the dryer, okay? But thank you for that. I appreciate it. So let's do a quick sidebar. Just recently, right here on our Facebook, we had someone to comment on one of our videos. And I'm grateful for all of the followers, the new followers that we have on all of our platforms. So thank y'all. But we had someone to actually comment on one of our videos. And they made the comment that, you know, they've been doing apparel or making t-shirts for several years, like 3 decades. And it's crazy, and I paraphrase, but it's crazy how there's no work being done to make t-shirts. And then, you know, I responded, yeah, you know, things are changing. Some things are good, some things are not so good. But, you know, you kind of change with the times, especially if you are a business owner, okay? Then we had a couple of more people come on and comment. They talked about the process of the different transfers like DTF, DTG. They mentioned those, and they said something to the fact that they weren't going to last long. I need y'all to understand something. I need everybody that's in the earshot of my voice to understand something. If you are a crafter, what that person wrote and what they responded to, that's your mindset. And that's okay. I have nothing against if you want a shirt to last for 30 years. I'm being sarcastic, but I'm being serious at the same time. There's nothing wrong with if you want your shirt to last as long as you want it to last. But that is a crafter's mindset. If you are a side hustler, you're looking to see how many times you can get somebody to buy from you. So you don't want to sell them junk, but you definitely want to make sure that you got returning customers. If you're a business owner like we are here at the Blank Spot, I don't want to sell, and I'm going to be very, very clear and transparent. I don't want to sell a product that's going to last for 5 years. Now, if it will last for 5 years, I don't want to sell a product that's going to last for 5 years and you don't come back and purchase for another 5 years. Now we're selling the transfers. So I need you, the people who are making the shirts, the apparel, I need you to make sure you make them correctly. I need you to be, you know, great about your customer service, and your pride in your work and all that is great. But I also want you to consider that you want your customers to come back. So if you make a shirt that lasts for, 5-10 years, which somebody just commented, let me see. No shirt lasts that long. No, it doesn't. But this is the mindset of some people. So as a business owner, I understand that things have changed. I understand that if crafting is your life and you've done it for years and you've made a business out of it, you're going to either evolve or you're going to dissolve. You're going to, as a business owner, you're either going to change with the times or you're not. What's going on, Stevie? What's going on? Brainwashing, it won't last. But it should last 3 washes. I'm just saying. So this is what I got from the Chenille Patches. So what I got from the Chenille Patches, okay? It said, congratulations on success. Does your vendor do custom patches? And could you give your vendor wanting to get some podcast logo? Won't you do this for me in the basement? Won't you do me a favor? Won't you why don't you message me here on YouTube? You can message me here on YouTube, or you can find our email. I believe our email address is in our description. Email me and I will get back with you, okay? But thanks for asking. Not taking off, guys. I'm reading and I'm making sure I'm answering these questions. So for the chenille patches, it's recommended that you should be able to get 52 washes out of the chenille patches, okay? Provided that you handle them with care. That means this. Y'all ready? This is what that means. If I wash this chenille patch in hot and I bleach that fabric, that is only going to break down the adhesive backside that's adhering to the fabric. Is that kind of, y'all hear me? If I wash it with a harsh detergent, I wash it on a harsh cycle, and I'm looking for it to tear up. But if I take care of my stuff, then it will last a longer time. The same thing with the screen print transfers. I was led astray. I had no idea. I did not know until I did my own research. I had no idea that screen print transfers last longer than DTF transfers. Don't get mad at me for everybody who's creating DTF transfers. Please don't get mad at me. You can go do your research. You can check it out. You can look it up. It is facts. They are facts. Yes, really. I didn't know. But when you think about it, it starts to make sense. Remember when I showed you the full color? Remember when I told you showed you the full color transfer and the DTF transfer? The DTF transfer has a shiny coating on the back. That's the white powder that has melted with the white ink. The powder that's melted with the white ink. And then you see the screen print transfer. The screen print transfer is, I got to answer some questions on TikTok. They're giving me restrictions. The screen print transfer is a flat that doesn't have that powdery substance, okay? I didn't know. Once again, I was blind to the fact because I was going off by listening to people who I had connected with and watching them sell. Here's the deal. It's very important that you do your own research so you'll know which transfer you want to use so you can sell to your customers. Not against DTF, not against screen print, not against DTG, white toner, not against vinyl, not against rhinestones, not against sublimation or these chenille patches. There's a couple of other transfer processes out there as well. But you yourself need to know what has to happen. You're right. Customers do not follow instructions. They really don't follow instructions a lot of times. But you have to know what you're selling to your customer. You have to know that. It's important. I can't be a car salesman and just sell you a car and not be able to answer some questions about the functionality of the car. In the same sense, you saw me press a transfer onto a piece of fabric. I cannot do that successfully and not know some of the functionalities of that transfer. So here's how it goes. Y'all ready? Sublimation lasts the longest, but there are some pros and some cons to sublimation, as there are with any transfer process. Then I think screen print is coming in next. Even if you're doing some type of, and I can't speak to this, but even if you're doing some type of embroidery, there is a possibility that the threads can come apart. There's a possibility that it can be frayed. The same thing with these chenille patches. They can become frayed. I'm just saying. So there are a lot of people who are in the mindset of, I'm going to do it the old way. I'm going to do it like this. And this is what's been working for me. Kudos to you. Shout out to you. Wish you much success. But here at the Blank Spot, we are trying to get ahead of the trends. We're looking to get ahead of the trends and ride the wave. If our customers are asking for chenille patches, then guess what we're going to do? We're going to do our due diligence. We're going to do our research. We're going to find our vendors. And we're going to purchase chenille patches, and then we're going to sell them to our customers. That's what we're going to do. If our customers are asking for screen print, once again, we have to go with the times. Sitting back in my rocking chair with my 2 needles, right? Talking about the old days, about how things have changed. Guess what? There's no horse and buggies either. The automobile has taken over, right? The automobile has taken over. I'm just saying, we're in a digital world doing digital content. And there are a lot of people who are not going to like what you're doing. Let's focus on the ones who do. So, I am reading comments. Plastisol lasts way longer. I got you, Stevie. I'm doing my research, Steve. Steve is on Instagram and he's agreeing. Plastisol. So I even heard people talking about you can't start a business using screen print transfers. You can't start a t-shirt business using screen print transfers. And I was looking at it and I was like, what is this person what are they trying to push? You got to be trying to push something. Grand Rising, John, thanks for jumping on. You got to be trying to push something instead of pushing the truth. So still do your due diligence, do your research, and you'll find out a lot more about what people are doing. What's your motive? My motive, and everybody has one, is to sell you a great quality transfer. We have 4 to choose from. We can't miss. If you want to do sublimation, as you saw some of the sublimation items that we had, you want to do sublimation, you ain't doing this with screen print. Maybe you can do this small one with screen print. Maybe you can do this small one with screen print. Appreciate you in the basement. Yeah, I mean, vinyl. We sell vinyl as well. And I should have pulled my vinyl out. So that's 5 things we have. Okay. What else? Sublimation. I'm going to get to it. I'm going to get to it, y'all. Come on, y'all. If you want to stand out and stand apart, right? So there's lots of things that you can do with sublimation. But the one thing you can't do with polyester is you're not going to be able to do a full color sublimation on a dark fabric. This is full color screen print, y'all. And I just told you not to knock anybody that's doing anything. This is going to last longer and it's more cost effective. Use screen print transfers before I started direct to film, and direct to film outlast screen print. Well, John, I'm going to tell you, I don't know where you're getting your screen prints from. I don't know how they're being cared for, but these are facts. These are facts. And I'm not here. I don't profit off selling because I sell screen print and DTF. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just telling you the research that I found. I have some DTF transfers that I've gotten, and I didn't want to say this on live, but I have some DTF transfers that I've gotten earlier this year that I washed them and I cared for them, and they're cracking. I got screen print. I got the same time, and I washed them and I cared for them, and they're not cracking. So I mean, you know, it's a process. Transfer Express is one of them. I got some stuff from Transfer Express, and I wasn't excited about it. I'm just being honest with you. I got some stuff from Transfer Express, and I am not excited about it. The screen print transfers that we're getting right now are high quality. Now, you'll hear a lot of people on social media saying, well, we're getting our stuff from the same place. No, we ain't. Because, John, you just made a point. Transfer Express, I'm not shopping there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't shopping there. And it's a reason why I ain't shopping there. Not to belittle them or you know, be down on them or not, but they didn't give me the quality that we wanted to give our customers. Remember, and I'm going back to what Steve said on Instagram. Most customers are not going to follow the care instructions. So even as you see me pressing screen print transfers, I put extra pressure on there, and then I'll come back and lay butcher paper on top of it and press it again, and then I give that product to the customer. Because I know once it leaves our hands, it's out of our hands. And the last thing that I want from a customer is to go out into these crafting streets, because y'all know y'all out there talking. Go out to these crafting streets and tell somebody, well, I bought a product from the blank spot, and after one wash, it started peeling, started coming off, started cracking. Don't want that. So your choice, your decision, do your research, because a lot of people are not. I was one of those people who listened to somebody and then did something instead of doing my research. And that's why you always hear me saying, do your research, do your research. No matter how locked in you are with somebody, no matter how close you are to somebody who's doing something, still do your own research, because at the end of the day, they're buying it from you, not your vendor. They're buying it from you, not your supplier. They're buying that finished product from your company, your face, your name, not your supplier. Exactly. Is my brand on the line? You have to do your research. Absolutely. Let me see. I'm reading. Sublimation print that you just showed on the hoodie. Is that print on the website? No, ma'am, because that is a marked. That is a marked one. Okay. That's a marked one. But if you reach out to me, I may be able to set it up to where you can get this one for free. Okay. I don't know. This one is, though. This one is on the site. This one is on the site. And just realize, y'all, remember this. Remember this. You guys can definitely go and get your own prints. Send them to us at Sublimation, and we can actually press that for you. Okay? We can press that for you via a gang sheet. So if you guys have some sublimation transfers that you want us to to print, we have the ability to print sublimation gang sheets. All right. Hope that helps. But I'm a different person on live, Quanda. If you hit me outside of live, we can sit there and have that conversation. But there's some trademark lawyers out there. There's some trademark wannabe. Some people talk about copyrights and stuff like that. So the copyright police are all over. So just be mindful of that. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me see how fast is the turnaround and shipping. Please go to the website, check out our shipping policy. Go to our website, check out our shipping policy, and you can read on the shipping policy. What I will tell you is we give ourselves grace. We give ourselves grace. Okay? We give ourselves grace on our shipping policy. However, we try to get it out within the first 24 to 48 hours, business hours. We're closed on Monday. We're closed on Saturdays and Sundays. We're closed on the weekend. So if you order something between Monday through Friday, by 2:00, most likely we'll try to get it out that day. But if not, then it's gonna have to wait till that Monday. Let's see. Hopefully that helped. Michelle says, did you receive my order? I emailed you. I'm on here, so I'll check as soon as I'm done. But if you ordered something, did you just order while I was on live, Michelle? No, you ordered it before. So if you placed an order, Michelle, then it goes to our website and it alerts us. And yeah, we got your order. So if it went through, it went through. I mean, not trying to be funny, but that's the only way. You don't have to email us because we get a notification that we got an order through our Shopify. Okay. Questions, comments. I've been on here for about an hour, about 6 minutes, less than an hour. And I know how YouTube is. People don't want to watch long videos. So questions or comments? Did you receive a confirmation, Michelle? You should have received a confirmation email from info@theblankspot.com. If it didn't come through, you may want to check your spam or your junk because it's coming from a business email, okay? Questions or comments. So please check your junk or your spam, because you may not see it in your in the front of your email. I don't know. You know what, Quanda, and I meant to answer that, Quanda. I asked my wife about the gingerbread, so we may be able to get that. I'm going to remind her, okay? She said this is the most comprehensive videos on transfers I've seen. Well, thank you. I think is that a compliment? I hope I ain't talking too much. I just want to be here to answer your questions so you can feel comfortable about shopping with us. That's all. Hey, did you see my question about drop shipping all over shirts? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, so here you go, Princess. That's our custom website. MOQ is 4. The MOQ is 4. That's our custom website, okay? My bad. Thanks for reminding me. So remember, guys, if you want to see the video again, slide on over to our Facebook page. It is the Blank Spot -TBS. Also, go check us out on our YouTube channel, The Blank Spot. Subscribe, hit the bell to be notified when we go live or when we drop a reel or something like that. We'd love to have you over there because we're trying to get our followers up. Let's see. Appreciate it. Let's see. When you're starting, it's hard to figure out which type of transfer you want to use. It is challenging, but here's the thing. That great word that a lot of people don't want to do because it's not cost effective on the front end. You got to do your research. So here's what I recommend for anybody who's getting started. Okay. For anybody who's getting started, this is what I recommend. I just showed you that we sell 4 different transfers, 5 different types. We got a single color screen print. We have a full color screen print. We have DTF, sublimation, and we have chenille patches. I would recommend that you purchase several different transfers. Now, once again, it may not be as cost effective on the front end, but you will save a ton of money on the back end instead of listening to somebody that's on this platform saying, buy my stuff because this is what I sell. I hope that helps, because now you can purchase several different transfer types. Try them out on the appropriate fabrics that you need to use them on, and then you can decide yourself what is best for your operation. Now, it may cost you a little bit of money because you're buying singles, right? But it's going to cost less if you buy a whole bunch of transfers and you can't move them. Also, find out what's trending. Not what's a fad, but what's trending. Thank you, Ernie. Find out what's trending. The same way you found us on social media, use social media to find out what's trending. Go and do a Google search. Find out what transfers, what things people are looking for, and try to get into that trend and ride that wave. This is my opinion. As a business owner, this is just my opinion. Unless you are creating a specific brand, there are too many people trying to be a individual. One of the things that one of the ladies said on that post, they said that if everybody is buying this, she said you may as well just go to the store and shop off the rack. Everybody's buying the same gray crew neck. Everybody's buying the same black hoodie. If this is what's selling, why are you trying to create something that ain't selling? See, I don't listen to people who are not doing what I'm doing. I made that a point. There's nothing wrong with being creative, but do you want to be creative or do you want to make money? Not saying you can't do both. I'm saying that in the beginning, you want to get your foot in the door and you want to start being able to gain customers and start selling. A lot of people are going to talk you into creating your own things. While you're creating your own things and trying to get your foot in the door, find something that's selling, y'all. That's just my bit of advice as far as marketing and selling. You don't have to take it. You really don't have to take it. If you got something that you want to create, we'll be more than happy to print it for you. And we wish you well. That's not me being sarcastic. It's not me being, snide. It's not. But you have to understand that nobody knows you. Nobody knows you. So you're going to come out of the gate with the flashy design that may or may not sell. And you've invested a lot of time and money, and now you're frustrated. When you could purchase something that is selling and develop your own thing, now you have customers. Now you have an audience. Now you have people who are going to buy from you. That's just, I'm learning too, y'all. So anyway, make sure you take some time out today to visit the website. All orders that are placed before 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time will be shipped today. For all the people who are worried about how long it takes to ship, you need to be concerned about how long it's going to take you to shop. The faster you shop, the faster I ship. Hey guys, thank y'all for jumping on. I appreciate it. I know y'all could have been anywhere else. Hope you got some value out of the content that I shared. Like, share, subscribe. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. It's all the blank spot. Hit us up. Let us know. All right. Like I always say, when you know better, that's when you have the ability to do better. And the only knowledge that's powerful is properly applied knowledge. I will see everybody at the top because there are too many people struggling at the bottom. Peace.